Hi, I'm Tanner Hill. I want to start off with a question today. By the raise of hand, how many of you had a vacation or trip canceled because of the coronavirus? And so this last spring break, me and my friends were supposed to go to California, but of course it got canceled because of the virus. And honestly, we were pretty upset. But at the same time, it's been a very unique experience to see how the virus has worked, as well as how it's been able to spread. So as you know, school has become online, lots of businesses have shut down, and a lot of groceries and supermarkets have become empty. And so I did a little bit of research about the coronavirus. And so here in Utah, there's over 1.7 thousand cases. Throughout the United States, there's over 400,000 cases. And worldwide, there's more than 1.4 million cases. And so the virus has been spreading very quickly. And the reason for it spreading so quickly is a lot of people have been asking us to stay inside or to become quarantined. And for me, this has been something that's been very difficult and very hard. I love the outdoors, I love being active, out and about, and I really enjoy sports. And so today I decided to do something a little bit different. So as you can see from this picture here, is I decided to go on a hike to be able to enjoy the outdoors and to be able to enjoy the beautiful sun. And honestly, I was really surprised with how many people that I did see out there as well. And so ever since I've been little, I really love to travel the world. It's something that I want to do a lot more with friends as well as with my family. From this first picture you see here, this is called the island of Tobago. There I lived there for 3 months. I enjoyed the warm weather, the people, and of course the food. About 3 months ago, I went to the Bahamas, a dream place that I've always wanted to go, and I was able to enjoy those same things that I did in Tobago, and I hope that I can go again. So today I would like to talk about the reasons why you should travel the world. Why should you travel the world? Create memories. As you can see from this picture here, me and my family, we went to Hawaii a few years ago to the island of Kauai. There we saw a sea turtle come up to shore, and that was a very rare experience for a lot of the people that were there. A lifeguard came out, he cleared the way, and he put some cones around the sea turtle. That way she could get up there and lay her eggs. And so that is something that I will always remember about Hawaii and something that I'll always cherish, and I hope that I can go again. Another awesome memory and experience that I have is just a few months ago when I went to the Bahamas, we went snorkeling. There were 3 different spots that we went to. The first stop was where we saw fish and a few sea turtles. The second stop is we saw a lot of statues underneath the water. And the third stop is we saw a bunch of sharks right underneath us. And this was my second time snorkeling, but it was one of the coolest experiences, something I'll always remember, and I'm going to do it again. Another good but bad memory and experience that I've had with traveling the world is sunburns. As you see this picture here, I went to California a couple years with my friends on my senior trip, forgot to wear a shirt, and I got completely toasted. This picture here is just this last summer where I went to Houston, Texas. I went to the beach, forgot to wear a shirt again, and ended up getting blisters on my shoulders. And I have a little bit of scars from it, but it's kind of a funny and neat experience that I have with traveling the world. Another awesome memory I have is going to North Carolina with my family. This is my brother as well as my sister Megan. Every time we go to the beach, we either go buy a boogie board at a local shop or we rent one out. That way we can ride the waves and have a little bit of fun. What is another reason you should travel the world? Experience culture. I'm not a big seafood person, but one of the greatest foods that I have ever had is on the island of Tobago. There I had crab and dumplings, and it was seriously so good that I want to go back. Some of the greatest foods that I've ever had have been near the beaches where I've traveled. Along with culture, as I was in Guyana, there we ate off a lily pad where they had 5 different kinds of curries where we ate with our hands. Something I have never done, and I'm sure something that I will never do again. Another thing with culture is Chicago-style pizza. Pizza is my favorite food, and so I was very excited at a young age to be able to give it a try. Personally, I did not like it, but I want to be able to travel back there again. That way I can give it another shot. Another thing about culture that I've noticed is that so many people live in the same home, whether it's grandparents, aunts, uncles, or other siblings. It's neat to see how many people live in a home, but yet they're so happy and they're living an awesome life. Another thing that I experienced with culture was driving on the other side of the road, as well as the steering wheel being on the other side of the road, or other side of the car. And that took me a couple weeks to be able to get used to, but it was honestly really, really cool. So what is the most important reason you should travel the world? Support airlines. CNN said, if the rate continues to go with the virus, airlines will lose over $113 billion. And honestly, that is a lot of money. But what does that have to do for us? I served an LDS mission in Trinidad and Tobago, and I've always wanted to go back. I looked at the airlines a while ago, and it was over $1,200 to travel. I looked just recently, just a few days ago, and it's only $500 to be able to travel back. So though it is a little risky, you may get left in the country or stuck in the country, but I think it is totally worth it to be able to save that much money to travel the world. So let's review. Why should you travel the world? Create memories, experience culture, support airlines. Travel the world. Thank you.